Hey, good morning, kiddos. Today, we have a story that you probably know, right? And we've already talked about one of the guys in the story, and I'm pretty sure that you know who the other guy in the story is too. But I want to draw a similarity. I want to draw something, a connection between two stories in the Bible that you may not have entirely thought of before, or you may have thought of, but just kind of overlooked, because it's a really interesting parallel. It's a really interesting comparison, right? So, in the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, we hear about this guy called John the Baptist. And we've talked about him before, right? Remember? John the Baptist? He's a guy who was baptizing all sorts of people, and he lived in the wilderness, right? A lot of people thought he was a crazy man because he had clothes that were made of camel hair. He ate wild locusts, like those bugs, and honey. And he was just shouting out in the wilderness that there's someone coming that's greater than I. There's someone coming, right? And his name, the person coming, started with a J too. Probably already know the answer is, for sure, it's Jesus. It's Jesus, right? So, John the Baptist is out in the wilderness. He's dunking people like they're chicken McNuggets. Left and right, he's putting people under the water. He's baptizing people. And all of a sudden, Jesus from Nazareth, the Jesus Christ, comes to John and says, I'd like to be baptized too. And John the Baptist is like, dude, you should baptize me. I'm not even worthy to untie your sandals, bro. And Jesus is like, no, please, baptize me. So he does. He puts Jesus under the water, and he takes him back out. As soon as that happens, you may know the story. The heavens open, and a dove comes down from heaven and lands on Jesus. And it's the Holy Spirit. And God says, this is my Son, my beloved, in whom I am well pleased. Now, this is an amazing thing, right? And we may skip over this verse, but think about this. This is God 100% saying, this is Jesus, and he is my Son. And that's amazing. And this is the parallel I want you to see, is the same God who created everything. The same God who is all-powerful, almighty, who created you and me, who created, the earth, the oceans, everything, the stars, the sun. That same all-powerful God chose to come down to earth in the form of Jesus, to send his own Son and die for you and me on the cross. And that's a pretty amazing thing. I want you guys to think about that. Even for just this week, just today. Think about how Jesus, he who had hair like you and me, who had eyes like you and me, was the Son of God. The God who created everything. The all-powerful God. The God who loves you and me so much than anything else in the world. I want y'all to think about that. Alright, kiddos. I'll see you later, some of y'all later today. 2nd through 5th graders on the Zoom. Hope y'all take care and you're staying safe. See ya.